So just recently, Tesla has had their earnings call and earnings report in which we have seen that they have over $500 million in deferred revenue. What is deferred revenue? We're going to be getting into that in this video. So deferred revenue, as the term states, is revenue that is not recognized. So why is this revenue not recognized? Well, the reason is that this revenue is meant for a different purpose. When Tesla sells their cars, they receive revenue, or the cost of the car, which we as consumers pay. If the car is $60,000, we pay $60,000, whether we get it on a loan or we pay it outright. Tesla receives $60,000. Now with the lease, it's a bit different, but I'm not going to be getting into that just yet. So when Tesla actually gets a $60,000, that goes into the revenue stream. So Tesla has two separate revenue streams, or revenue titles for accounting purposes. One is called deferred revenue. That's the one I'm going to be talking about. So deferred revenue is revenue that Tesla actually has, but they can't really use. Okay, I'll just simplify the entire thing. Or I'll try to simplify the entire thing. So when you buy a Tesla, pretend it's $60,000, which I think one model actually might be, Model 3, some maybe long range or something. I'm not sure, but we're just gonna say $60,000. Now $60,000, that's for the car itself. Obviously we'd add taxes on top of it, but that's just for the car itself. That actually goes to Tesla. Now, there's a software component to it, which only Tesla has. So that software component is full self-driving. Now, what is full self-driving? Well, it's basically you're buying full self-driving so that in the future, that car, the car that you bought, will have full self-driving when Tesla actually gets enough data and builds out their software so that the car can actually drive itself. You're basically buying it cheap right now so you actually get a better value in the future. That is why Tesla uses these two terms. So that $60,000 goes towards the car itself, which is recognized as regular revenue, regular everything and all that. So right now, as of shooting this video, the full self-driving option is $6,000 USD. So that's $6,000 that I am going to give to Tesla is not really going to Tesla in the sense that they're going to use it and report it just how you're supposed to report everything. They are putting that $6,000 into deferred revenue. So the reason Tesla is putting it into deferred revenue is because they don't have it yet. They don't have full self-driving cars yet. They don't have the feature that they have literally named and told us about. They don't have that yet. When Tesla says that they have deferred revenue of over $500 million US, that means that they are referring to $500 million US of value that they have as deferred revenue for full self-driving. So when Tesla actually releases their entire full self-driving lineup and everything, the software, everything, it'll basically be a software update to cars that are compatible. You, as a consumer, will have full self-driving, and Tesla will be able to release that over $500 million into their actual revenue stream to be accounted as regular revenue. So why don't they do it yet? Well, for example, what if Tesla can't deliver on that promise? What if Tesla, for whatever reason, they can't deliver full self-driving? It's very, very rare that Tesla will actually, it would be very astonishing if Tesla did not do that. It would be next to impossible if Tesla didn't do it. I'm not saying in which time frame, I'm just saying if Tesla didn't do it. As Tesla keeps releasing these full self-driving features throughout the software updates as the car gets, they can then start releasing some of that deferred revenue. For example, just last month in September, Tesla released V10 for pretty much everyone. Version 10, that's their biggest software update to date. Now in that, they have something called Advanced Summon or Smart Summon. So if you've bought the full self-driving options, you have this feature now. So by releasing this software update, Tesla has actually released over $30 million US from their deferred revenue into normal revenue. That's another reason why Tesla actually made a profit. I talked more about that up here. You can watch it over there. So as Tesla improves their software, improves everything that they're doing, improves full self-driving as a whole, they can then start releasing more of the deferred revenue and put it into their income stream or their actual regular revenue that they are receiving. It's meant so that because you don't have full self-driving yet, they will only release the cash when you get full self-driving. So it's more in time or in line with the time as everything is progressing. So it could literally just be that Tesla, for example, just tomorrow releases full self-driving for everyone. They can then, in their Q4 statement, literally put that they have over $500 million of revenue coming from deferred revenue. They already had the cash. They had everything. It's being transferred from a name to a different name. That's really it. And it's just basically a stack of cash that they can't use nor do anything with until they get the software out. Now, once they do get the software out, more people will actually start buying full self-driving because they actually see it working, which we've seen happen with the version 10 update with Smart Summon. And B, people will be astonished and see Tesla will get over $500 million. Come on, tell me that's not good. They just made $144 million profit just last quarter, partially due to the version 10 update and partially due to the credits, the ZEV credits. Talked all about it up here in this video. Just go ahead and watch it if you want to know more about it. So if Tesla actually releases $500 million in deferred revenue, that could literally mean Tesla can have a profit of over $500 million in Q4. Now that's not realistic. It's just an explanation, explanation purposes. I highly doubt they're going to do any sort of thing. Elon did state that they will have they would be feature complete full self-driving by the end of this year, so by 2019. So that's in about 2 months now. They'll be feature complete. What that means is if they send out an update, they can then start releasing more of that cash, and then in Q4, in the earnings call, in the earnings report, we will actually see how much of that deferred revenue has actually been transferred into their regular revenue stream. I hope I simplified that enough. I hope you understand. If you don't, just leave a comment down below. I'll try to explain it then, or maybe make a new video, or I don't know. I'll do something. So leave a like, comment down below how you thought, what is your opinion on deferred revenue and how Tesla actually does things. You know, if you would actually see a car that's full self-driving within the next year or two, that's going to be a whole different topic for a whole nother video, maybe many videos, honestly, if I'm being honest. So, if I'm being honest, yeah. I should take a nap. I'm getting tired. I'm getting a bit tired. So I'm going to see you next time. Peace.